Today we're going to find out about one of the most exciting new products that I've seen in a while. Actually, you guys have seen it too, and we got to see the prototype for it last year. It's no longer prototype. This one I can actually pick up without getting yelled at. And to tell us all about it, we have Jacob!
Hi.
Good morning, Jacob. How are you?
Same stuff, different day.
I believe we won't even go there. How was your night?
My night was great.
My
night was lots of conversations until like 2 a.m. So, yeah.
You guys know how it rolls.
Welcome
Jacob,
to our audio.
yeah, exactly. Jacob works for HKI. They handle Ground Zero here in the United States. You guys know this. We talk about it all the time. But today, we have the Ultra Series. Swedish Peter is sitting right there in that car with Dougie Fresh. Before the show ends, I will take you guys over to meet him, if you haven't already met him from the video we did while we were over there. So don't worry about that. But Jacob has been tasked. Ask politely, tasked.
Oh, I was told I am doing this.
He was told he's gonna tell us about the new Ultras. One of the things we didn't get to talk about before was the new speakers that are here. We have them, so he's gonna tell us about those. I'm gonna go over to the other side of the table so that I can get your hand action though, because I think that would be way cooler.
My hands on camera?
Yeah, and if everything seems loud, it's these guys here in the background. They don't know how to be quiet. All right, so here we go. Tell us a little bit about this sexy monster right here.
So the thing that I really love about this amplifier is, and I use this term, you've probably heard me say it if you watch anything that's been broadcast about the Ultra. This is an unapologetic amplifier. It is no holds bar. It is, we went full tilt. When this concept of amplifier was designed, we went, I want you to do what you've always wanted to do on an amplifier. I want you to do it with no limitations. Make me the best possible amplifier that you can.
What kind of phone do you have in your pocket, real quick?
iPhone 1.
Pull it out. Which iPhone is it?
13 Pro Max.
Set it on top of the amplifier for me. So there's your 13 Pro Max for scale. Yeah. Now one of the things I want you guys to see is, look how much that tapers back to add real estate to that amplifier. You really can't tell on this. Okay, unapologetic.
So you hinted on something a little bit interesting about the heatsink, and you guys saw me point it out. This amplifier heatsink is actually set up for liquid cooling. The reason for that is this is a true dual mono, heavily biased Class A amp. So this amp behaves as close to a true Class A as you can get. However, it's a 200 watt 2-channel. So that will do 200 by 2 at 4 ohm stereo and still do it in a Class A manner. So it's going to maintain warmth and detail and fun that comes along with a Class A, but it's going to provide power for mid-bass and mid-range that you might not necessarily get from a true 5 or 6 watt Class A amp. So it's really cool with regard to that. Some of the other things that we've done.
Well, one thing before you go on, because we just talked about that, and I know I'm sidetracking you, I apologize, but we talked about high Class A, B bias,
Yes, sir.
but it's adjustable, correct? And that's why you've added the tubing for cooling, because which knob does that? Because there's the two big knobs on the front.
So yeah, there's two big knobs on the front. I can't read it up.
No, this one right here. This one is the bias.
Is the bias setting. One of the things that Ground Zero is known for is adjustable bias. So you can actually tune the behavior of the amplifier. The thing that we did differently on this is it's not adjustable. It is on and off, or high and low.
Perfect.
There is nothing in the middle. So we know that if this is running tweeter, you go full, you go on, you go high. If it's running a mid-bass, you can get away with less. You want to maintain efficiency, so you can turn it off because you don't necessarily need some. However, what's to stop you from turning it on if you've got the cooling to be able to do it?
True.
We took that same thought process and put it to the gain. So the gain is also a switch, not a typical pop. What that does is it allows us to far better control the input side of the amplifier. So there is 4 positions of gain to properly match with your signal chain, and it's not variable. It's not going to degrade. It's not going to magically adjust itself. It's in the position you set it to. So it gives us a resistor-based switch to really control what this amplifier is doing. So these are just some of the things. Like when I say unapologetic, it's the top of the line products. It's a different thought process when it comes to amplification. It is entirely different than anything we've ever done before, and that excites me.
Yeah, well, and that is just really cool. So I mean,
Yeah, and then there's the elephant in the room. It's one of the coolest things I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, yeah, it is pretty cool. And I'm glad that they went with gray instead of black. I mean, it is my favorite color, but I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a pretty sexy.
It is pretty sexy.
Yeah, it is a pretty sexy.
Yeah. We got to talk to Peter. Anyways, continuing on. Now we have the speakers.
Yes, these are finally in country.
Why don't you pick it up and hover it in the air?
So one of the things that we did with this, it is a very lightweight, very efficient Neo motor, but we use the highest of quality Neo, so you're not going to have issues with heat, you're not going to have issues with age. So really this driver is going to behave through the entire life cycle of itself. We did a first of its kind linear carbon fleece cone. So it's one direction. It's shaped a particular way because that's how the material bends. We worked around that. So again, this is a first of its kind cone from a manufacturer in Germany. We really did design this as the end all be all of mid basses, but this speaker here, this modular assembled machine tool is not what makes the Ultra fantastic.
What is what makes it fantastic?
That tweeter right there.
No, going back to that cone for a minute.
Yes, sir.
When Tommy and I, my buddy here, Tommy, you know, when we were in Germany, they spent like, what, was it like 15 minutes talking about how they made that cone?
Yes.
You did a good job, but that cone, that's some magical cone material right there.
It is, and it's
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful. And again, it's one of those things that the lightness of the cone, the way the suspension's built, it's going to be accurate. It's light moving nice. It's going to do exactly what you tell it to do. And there are speakers out there that don't always do exactly what you tell it to do.
No.
So the fact that this is going to be the cornerstone
You should
of
just
it-
do this.
Yeah, exactly. So this is really one of, again, the most unapologetic mid basses that I've ever gotten my hands on, because that's what this entire line is. It's not
Yeah.
just an unapologetic amplifier.
No.
It is an unapologetic series. But like I said,
Yes,
the
this guy.
biggest thing is this 30 millimeter fabric dome tweeter. So some of the cool things about this, yes, it's a 30 millimeter tweeter. It's gigantic. It's integrated into a waveguide to help with dispersion, to help with response. The entire assembly, the part Dean's holding, the rear chamber, is acoustically tuned to eliminate standing waves in the rear chamber, to allow us to control harmonics and all the fun stuff that goes along with some of the issues that you run into with tweeters or with chambered tweeters. So this whole tweeter itself was built in a method or in a manner that is essentially, it will never be beat.
I mean, it's all metal, right?
Correct. Yeah, the entire thing.
It's look at that. Look at that.
Dean almost got murdered. 100% 5-star becomes Nando only.
I had my finger in the hole.
Jesus, you're crazy.
It's YouTube, bro. It's a family-friendly show. Anyway.
Phrasing.
Yeah. All right, so I just wanted to make sure everyone got a close-up of that to see. It's funny, they made a 3D plastic one, and I said to German Peter, I said, hey, man, let me have that. And he's like, I'll bring it to you. And I said, no, you didn't. You didn't.
The funny thing is, the first time I ever picked this up, I was straight up asking him, I thought you said this was going to be all machined aluminum.
Yeah.
And because it's about the same weight as the 3D printed prototype
Yeah.
that exists. I mean, this thing doesn't weigh anything.
No, it's
That
super
speaks
light.
to
And that's why it almost fell out of my hand.
That speaks to the engineering of what the driver is, and that's really where Ground Zero's focus is in the engineering side of what we do. I mean, this is built the way that it is to obtain the thing that we wanted it to be able to. And we didn't just kind of say, well, this is good enough. It took us a long time to get it. And that's what we do.
That's what you do. Thank you so much for your time, Jacob. I know this pained you.
It does. But I do it for you.
We can blame Tommy.
My fault.
Thanks, guys. Hey, all right, as promised, we're going to head over to Dougie Fresh's car. We're going to interrupt their tuning right now, and we're going to say hi to Swedish Peter. All right, so you need to make that happen because these guys want to see Swedish Peter.
that's all on your own.
All right, so let's head over there.
If he kills us, it's your fault.
That's okay. He'll get over it. He's got his eyes closed. All right, hold on. Let's take a look.
We might not want to interrupt him right now.
Look, he's having a spiritual moment right now. That's him. They just put new speakers in the dash. So he is feeling it. He's having a good time. You can see Doug's face over there. Oh, now we're gaining up the volume. And now he just noticed. Say hi. Yeah, so he's in his element. So this is Swedish Peter. So roll it down, roll it down. Hey, they all just wanted to meet you, so I wanted to give you the opportunity to say hi.
Hi.
Hi. You having fun? How do they sound?
We have fun. We put new meats in.
I know, I just heard.
And we are testing.
Look at those things.
Yeah, they're very easy to install. You need no enclosure.
Oh yeah, okay.
They go deep.
Yeah, they go deep. Huh?
But now my grill doesn't fit.
No, yeah, all right.
Yeah, skip the grill. It sounds better.
Yeah, I know. All right, they just wanted to say hi. So
Yeah,
thank you, Peter. Back to work. All right, guys, there you go. New Ultra. Thanks, Jacob. You guys, make sure you tune in today. We're at Master Tech Expo 2023. Later today, Fernando and Fro are going to be doing a walk around the outside here, showing you guys what it's about. If you're watching this at a later date and you want to know more about Master Tech Expo, just look up any playlist here or any video keyword that says Master Tech Expo. It's out here in Mesa, Arizona. Mobile Solutions put it on. And we're out here having a great time. Wish you were here. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you later next time. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
You bet.